Name is Amy. This is Live About Five, and I've been on vacation for a week enjoying President's Day weekend as well. I hope you did too. Tonight's topic, crafting your confidence. Confidence is honestly one of the most essential qualities for success in any area of your life. So, whether we're talking about your business, your relationships, a specific project, or just your general well being and happiness, having confidence is really a cheat code. And here's the good news, you can kind of cheat your confidence because I need you to remember who you are. Okay. You are amazing. You have accomplished incredible things. Right now, you're watching this on a phone or a computer. You've made it into a part of your life where you can buy those things and you're looking to better yourself. Check, check, check. Right. But you don't give yourself credit. Way too often, I think people aren't doing that. So, a lot of the times, what people are going to say is make a list of the things that you've struggled with and how you've gotten over them. I'm going to flip that on you and I'm going to ask you to go back over your lifetime and think about the things you've accomplished. And I mean, go way back. Girl Scout badges, anything that you felt, Boy Scout, Eagle Scout, especially. Congratulations, Gary. You know who you are. We love you. But I mean, you've done a lot in your life, but life might have gotten you down. Maybe you've had a few knocks lately, and maybe you've had a few challenges and you forgot who you are. I'm here to remember who you are. Now, there's actually scientific evidence to prove that there's real functionality to this, that going back, journaling, and remembering and reminding ourselves of the confident things that we've done, of the successful things we've done, can help us continue confidence and consistency as we move towards projects and things like that. But I want you to think about a time where the world was just buzzing, right? Where everything was flowing, where things felt light and easy. Maybe you were behind the wheel of a car and the perfect song came on and the sun was coming through the windshield. Maybe you were having a conversation that went on for hours. Maybe you accomplished something almost impossible at work or with a volunteer organization or within your own life or your own business. And those are the memories that you need to tap into when you start to believe the lies that you can't do things like that anymore. I want you to get really still when you think about this. When we're busy and we're loud and we're moving through our life, these memories aren't going to pop up. And I want you to start really thinking about, well, when was the first time I really was like, hey, I can do this. I'm smart. I can figure this out. This is going to work for me. And it's going to make a big difference for you. Trust me. The other thing I want you to think about is a time that you made something that was really hard happen easily. The second thing is that you aren't giving yourself enough credit. I mean, honestly, you're not giving yourself enough credit. I can't tell you how many people that I talk to, either in coaching groups or friends or business colleagues, where they're like, oh, well, it's no big deal, when it's absolutely a big deal, when what they're doing is amazing and important and really cool, but they're dismissing it because maybe we're trying to be humble or maybe we're trying not to be braggadocious. Be braggadocious. Be claiming yourself, your victory, your amazingness, because that's what you need. That's the fuel you need to propel yourself as you go forward. I want you to have an undeniable stack of proof in front of yourself. Every time you start to get down on yourself, every time you start to think, I'm just not as young as I used to be. I'm just not as strong as I used to be. I'm just not as smart as I used to be. I'm just not as I've never done anything of any consequence. I'm not really a big deal. I'm not really smart about anything. That's all BS. Cancel, clear. That is all a bunch of BS because you are all those things. You are smart enough, strong enough, intelligent enough, wise enough. You have done incredible things. If you are alive today and you have lived your whole life, you've done a lot of good stuff. So I want you to really give yourself credit for that. And anytime you start to doubt it, pull out your journal, pull out the undeniable stack of proof that you have. I mean, for example, one of my specialties is unique events in unexpected places to support nonprofits in meaningful ways. And I've been able to host events at places no one's ever hosted events at before and have those locations allow us to do things they've never allowed anyone to do before. Why? Because I asked, I earned the privilege, and I honored the privilege by being really a wonderful success at that venue, right? And not me, the whole team. But that's one of the things I'm really proud of. Does anybody really know that? No. Is it fairly uncommon? No. But I'm so proud that I've been able to host events for nonprofits at places that really made a huge splash, because now those events are successful and they continue to produce for those nonprofits in really exponentially meaningful ways, creating buildings, creating rescue trailers. I mean, it's a really fun thing to be a part of. And I remember that when I start to think, why would anybody let me do this? I go, well, they have before. Let's keep going, right? The other thing is, I want you to know that this is important because the human mind can't understand the negative. We're not able to comprehend it. Simon Sinek does a really good thing on this. And he says, whatever you do, don't think about an elephant. And I think I wrote, don't think about your hair. Well, the first thing you do is think about an elephant, or you think about your hair. So the more positive proof you give your mind, the more it's going to cling to that, the more it's going to find that to be true. If you've ever been pregnant, gotten a really short haircut, like had something happen to you and all of a sudden you notice everyone around you has the same thing, right? Maybe you're driving a white car and you've never driven a white car before. All of a sudden you notice all the white cars. Success is the same way. Confidence is the same way. So that's what I want for you. I want you to find confidence in every corner, in every nook, in every cranny, and especially in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, because that's what's going to keep you going. And it's going to make you bulletproof, my friend. I also want you to future cast. So we've done this habit. We're going to create this journal where we're going to think about the things we've done, even if it's a list of 10 things, right? That are awesome. We're going to pull that out as undeniable proof every time we start to feel a little bit down or not think that we're as awesome as we are, which you totally are. But we're also going to future cast and start to manifest in the same way. We're going to say, you know what? I love how I made my next business 7 figures. Do you remember when that business hit 7 figures? Wasn't that amazing? No, you guys know, if you follow me at all, I've gotten a couple of 6-figure businesses and I'm reaching for my 7-figure growth. And so I speak it, I claim it, I own it, because that's the success that I am reaching for. I manifest it as if it's real. You can do the same thing in any part of your life. I do that with my relationships. I have a couple of relationships that I pray about every day, praying for reconciliation, praying for reconnection, praying for forgiveness, praying for mercy, right? And so I will reach for that. And I will say, remember when that relationship was healed and how incredible that felt? Everybody's got something that they need to claim. So future cast with yourself. The other thing I want you to think about is that you've actually got this, but you have to practice it. It's almost like a foreign language if it's something that you haven't done in the past. You need to do it consistently, daily, then maybe weekly, because the mind will begin to get trained and it'll make a big difference. I've actually left some suggestions down here in the comments, or in the caption, so that you can say, well, I don't even know where to start. Well, start with thinking about your school or your work or volunteer or a time where you were a leader or a time at church, things like that. So go through that list. I want you to write down 10 things that you're like, don't mind if I do. I'm pretty awesome. I made that happen. And remember that, because confidence is the gateway to resilience and success. Confidence is one of the critical ingredients, and I want you to own it, to just know it and to be it, because I know it about you. I know you should be confident. I believe in you. I know that you're amazing. You just need to remember that yourself. Remember who you are. I'm so happy to see you here. I'm so grateful for you, and I can't wait to see you back here tomorrow, live around 5. Love you guys so much. Have an amazing night, because you're